Okay, so imagine this. The world's absolute greatest mystery writer creates a brilliant, totally unsolved thriller. But it's not in a book, it's in her actual, real life. Welcome to this explainer. Back in 1926, Agatha Christie gave us literally all the classic ingredients of her very best plots. We're talking a missing woman, an abandoned car, a whole web of hidden motives, and then she just flat out refused to write the final chapter.
Picture this, all right? It's a freezing December morning in 1926. A Morris Cowley motor car is found just hanging precariously off the edge of a chalk hillside in Surrey. The headlights are still piercing through the gray dawn, but the engine is totally ice cold. And inside, there's an expensive fur coat, a packed suitcase, and a driver's license belonging to Agatha Christie. No note, no body anywhere. This single, super eerie scene instantly sparked the largest manhunt in British history.
And honestly, this right here is the ultimate paradox. How does the brilliant architect of Hercule Poirot, a woman whose entire career was literally built on explaining every single clue and unmasking every deception, just vanish into thin air? It's like the perfect locked room mystery, you know? Except, well, the room was the entire English countryside.
The sheer scale of the panic was honestly unprecedented. We're talking 15,000 freezing volunteers, civilians, cops, retired soldiers, all just scouring the mud. And here's a wild fact for you. This was actually one of the very first times in UK history that airplanes were deployed to hunt for a missing person. The police even brought in bloodhounds to drag the Silent Pool, which is this deep, dark spring with a literal medieval curse attached to it, because they were absolutely terrified they were going to pull their beloved author from the freezing water.
So within days, this whole thing escalates from a local search to total global hysteria. It got so crazy that Arthur Conan Doyle, yes, the actual creator of Sherlock Holmes, stepped in to help. But in a twist straight out of the Twilight Zone, the master of logical deduction actually took one of Agatha's abandoned gloves to a psychic medium. I mean, come on, when the creator of Sherlock Holmes starts consulting ghosts, you know the situation is completely out of control.
Meanwhile, the press was fighting this bitter, ruthless war over every tiny detail. The Home Secretary was literally being briefed in Parliament about it. But the million-dollar question still remained. Where on earth was she? Had she been abducted? Did she tragically fall into the water? Or had the literal Queen of Mystery just engineered the most flawless vanishing act of the 20th century?
Well, here is the staggering twist. While 15,000 people were digging through freezing mud expecting to find a corpse, Agatha Christie was 250 miles away, just hiding in plain sight at a luxury Yorkshire spa. Seriously, she was eating gourmet meals, dancing to a live banjo player, playing bridge, and calmly reading the front-page reports of her own disappearance over a nice cup of morning tea.
But wait, it gets crazier. The most chilling detail is the name she signed in the guest book, Teresa Neal. Now, why does that matter? Well, because the very afternoon she vanished, her husband had demanded a divorce to be with his mistress, a woman named Nancy Neal. So Agatha deliberately stole the surname of the exact woman who was ruining her marriage. For a mastermind of clues like her, there was absolutely zero chance that was just a coincidence.
So, what actually happened? Let's look at theory number one, a genuine psychological collapse. You see, Agatha was under crushing strain at the time. Her mother had just died, her marriage was imploding, she wasn't sleeping at all. Medical experts actually suggest this could have triggered a dissociative fugue. It's a very real, extreme trauma response where the brain simply unplugs. The person completely forgets who they are, they adopt a new identity, and they have zero memory of the blackout once they finally wake up.
Or, and here is theory number two, was she a calculating genius, staging the ultimate revenge? Let's weigh the facts here. Sure, doctors later confirmed she suffered genuine memory loss. But look at the actual execution. That suitcase left in the car. It was packed with perfectly coordinated luxury hotel outfits. She pointedly used the mistress's name. She showed absolute, unshaken calm in public for days. You really have to wonder, did she design this entire circus just to frame her cheating husband for murder?
And then there's theory three, the ultimate cynical publicity stunt. Her groundbreaking new novel, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, had literally just dropped. The timing of this crazy vanishing act conveniently made her a global household name practically overnight. But does that actually fit her personality? You know, Agatha was famously quite shy. She really hated the spotlight. Would she really subject thousands of freezing volunteers to an agonizing search just to push book sales? It seems a bit much, right?
Well, this bizarre charade finally crashed down 11 days later. And it wasn't cracked by Scotland Yard or some brilliant detective either. Nope, she was busted by Bob Tappan, a banjo player in the hotel band who just so happened to be a massive true crime and mystery nerd. He kept staring at this quiet woman by the fireplace, matched her face to the frantic front pages of the newspapers, and tipped off the cops.
Immediately, her husband rushed north, and they were reunited behind closed doors. Now, we will never know what was whispered in that room, but when they emerged, Agatha played her final card, total amnesia. She swore she woke up in the hotel with no idea how she got there, genuinely believing she was Theresa Neal. And guys, it was an alibi she stubbornly defended for the absolute rest of her life. She never once broke character.
Honestly, the most haunting detail of this entire saga, decades later, Agatha wrote a massive 560-page autobiography. She detailed her childhood, her marriages, her travels, all of it, but she dedicates exactly 11 lines to the most famous 11 days of her life. She basically treats it as a total black hole. It just proves she was the undisputed master of narrative misdirection, knowing exactly the power of a secret that you take all the way to the grave.
Ultimately, she left us with the perfect unsolved thriller. We've got the abandoned car, the stolen name, the luxury hotel, and 3 incredibly compelling theories, but she permanently withheld the ending. The evidence simply refuses to yield a clear answer. So what do you believe truly happened in that dark gap of history? Was it trauma, revenge, or a wildly reckless PR stunt? Let me know which theory you're buying into.